Hi, are you about to start a project, interior design project, whether it's building a new home, doing a remodel, doing an interior decorating project, and you really don't know where to start? You're not even sure if you need an interior designer, because what does an interior designer do anyway? Hi, I'm Laura Gills, and I have been working as an interior designer for over 40 years. And so at this point in my career, I have looked back and I've had so many similar conversations and discussions with people that I just thought, you know what, the public needs some information. And this is not a channel that I created to tell you how to be an interior designer, tips and tricks on your home, talking to an interior designer. It's none of that. It's really focused on trying to give information to you, the homeowners, on how to navigate this world. Every profession has some gripes. So whether you're a doctor or a teacher or an interior designers, I get together with my colleagues, and you know what? Let the venting begin. And it's not that we don't like our clients or people don't like their patients or whatever it is. We actually, I really adore most of them. But there are so many times the same things just keep coming up that it's just that the public doesn't know. They are not aware. And I think that it's really would be practical and it would save so many people some real aggravation and poor expectations and money, that it might be helpful to share with you some of my experience and knowledge. Again, it's my opinion. I'm up here in Northern Ohio. I started in Philadelphia. So again, what is an interior designer? So let me give you an illustration. It actually happened just yesterday. So I'm going on a job site. It's a remodel, and I'm meeting with the window gentleman. We're going to go over and we're going to double check the custom stains on the new windows that are coming in, and the security people are there, and I knew they were going to be there. And so I was trying to piggyback these two things because actually they were not aware there was going to be a new slider doors and windows and things, and so they needed to just touch base with the window gentleman, and also I needed to make sure they weren't putting their little panels in places like where a built-in is. Like, so one of the places they were going to do is put it where a built-in was going to go. So it was kind of an important day. And it worked out really well. But I also wanted to talk to the lead security guy on what they were doing on the second floor, and I needed him to show me what he was going to do. So his partner, through a hole in the floor because he was down in the basement, calls down, "Hey, the decorator wants to talk to you." And part of me just goes, because quite frankly, my whole career, it's been interchangeable. I'm going to just leave the whole discussion of who could call themselves what, and let's focus on what the definition is of interior design and interior decorating, because there is a difference. So interior design is focusing on the whole structure, the whole interior structure. And that means the bones of the building. So even though the architect has created the basic structure or design the basic structure, or you're starting with the basic structure, interior designers overlap with architects in certain skill sets. So we're very concerned about the interior architectural detailing. We are concerned about all the functional needs that are going. So interior design is all about the function, and it's also about the aesthetic. And so we work with the people that are going to occupy that space to find out what they need to do to be able to do what they want to do and do it well, and put them in an environment that they love being in. And that means everything from the structure, working often with in partnership with an architect, all the way through what would be the decorating. And the decorating is applying all those finishes, the paint, the wall covering, selecting the stone, the flooring, the furniture, the art, the accessories. Obviously, the design has to incorporate the decoration. And so interior designers are also interior decorators when you're on, especially in the residential world. But however, not all interior decorators are interior designers because they don't have that technical skill set. And so whatever anybody wants to call themselves, it's important for you to understand what somebody is doing, what they have the knowledge and skill and experience to do, because the person that might have referred who they used to decorate their living room may not qualify to be a very good person to be hired for building your new $2 million house, because there's a lot of moving parts and those types of things. So that's the first thing you need to understand is the difference between interior design. But let's just say you are starting a project, and now that you kind of have an idea what's between design and decoration, you are going to reach out to somebody. Now we all look for referrals. Referrals are good. Don't let us stop there. We also tend to Google interior designer near me. It's also a start because you're hoping that the person that you're interested in actually has a decent website with some information. Usually the portfolio is there. Go beyond the portfolio. Look for things like about, process. I have a little magazine attached to it. Like a lot of us are trying to help you figure out if we are a potential good fit for you for doing your project. And many interior designers, especially if they are been working for a while and have experience, we have minimums. And maybe it's a minimum dollar spend. It could be a minimum of how many rooms. But also, again, interior designer who also decorates is looking for the big picture. When somebody has already painted the color on the wall, has already got the new carpet and picked out the sectional, and they just need somebody to finish decorating the room, well, to some of we designers, we don't like projects like that. Like we'll take decorating jobs, but they have to be comprehensive. And the reason is you've already given us ingredients to the project. So think of it as a chef. I will probably use a lot of food analogies, chef analogies. But when you've already given me those things, you have now tied one hand behind my back in my creative process. I really want to look at it and go from the very beginning. So one of the things, if you are looking for an interior decorator, you will have to, and you're looking at an interior designer who obviously likes to do interior decorating, you will need to just explain like where you are, or maybe you are starting from the whole thing and you want the whole enchilada. If you are on the latter, if you are already started the menu, so to speak, and you are not looking for to be in House Beautiful magazine or something, but you do need some help. So then you do need a good decorator. And you know what? A good decorator is a good decorator. My mom was a decorator. And she knew how to upholster. She knew how a good drapery was supposed to, a professional drapery was supposed to be made. She knew wall coverings, fabrics. She was really good. She just couldn't do lighting plans. She would get her college student to do that, her college daughter. So, but how do you find those? They're harder to find. They really are. It is, truthfully, because a lot of times they're working from the home. They may be raising children, so that's why they're just happy to do this. They may be working for a furniture company. So that might take a little snooping around. So I'm going to wrap this up. It's all about being a good fit. And you just have to start the conversation. Interior design project, it takes a good relationship to get through it happily. And we interior designers are coming into your private home. Most of us, we want to help. We really do. So to continue to share and how you could utilize an interior designer or find one or not use one, and also I'll be sharing different resources, technologies, and things that can help you get through and navigate these projects. Okay, until next time, thanks.